CS200. Today I'm going to talk about parameters and arguments. First, let's talk about the definitions of parameters and arguments. Parameter is the variable that is defined in a method. An argument is the data that is actually passed in a method. You might get confused at this point, but don't worry. Let's show you an example. So let's imagine there's a printer in here, and this printer will take in paper and it will take out the printed paper because it puts black ink on the paper. But the paper itself in the printer is not the actual paper, but just a concept that is introduced to the printer. Where does the paper come from? It's from here. If there's a paper in here, it gets processed to the printer and it will be processed and it will return a printed paper here. And let's go back to our program. This printer can be used as a method, and we put the arguments inside the method, and the parameter that we decide that the paper inside the printer, which is the parameter inside the method, would help the printer knows what it want to do, but it is the argument that bring the data for this method and trying to print out something useful. So let me show you a code example. I want to this code example is we basically give a birth year, giving my birth year, and I'm trying to get my age from it. It's now 0. And then we print out the results. So now we got the birth year, and then we have the variable that store the results and how to print the results. And now we want to make this method. Notice here, this born year is the data that we actually want to put inside the method. And when we define a method, so here we pass in a argument and then parse in the parameter. This is the parameter, and we use this born year to do something with this born year and then return something that we desired. Notice here, this born year is different from this born year. This born year has the actual data, and the born year in the calculate age is only a definition for this method. It is just used for the method to know what's getting inside it. The concept of it's just telling the method what it's gonna do. and we can put the return results inside the myAge, which is the variable that's holding this result. And now we can try to run this program. And now it correctly calculates the age. And now, in retrospect, let's see, this born year is the argument, and this born year here is in the definition of parameter. Since they're different, we can try to give it another name, and we can see that the result is still the same. But however, when people program, they usually put the same name for parameters and arguments because they refer to the same concept. It might get confusing, but it's important to know that there are actually two different things. One is the concept that is introduced to the method. The other is the actual data. And here is the definition and difference between parameters and arguments. Thanks for watching.